Let's take a look to the network traffic types first. In this section, we're going to talk about network technologies. Let's take a look to the network traffic types first. We have three traffic types, as you know, from the CCNA level 2, and they are unicast, broadcast, and multicast. When using unicast method, one device will send the message to exactly one destination device, like this. And when we are using a broadcast, the packet that is sent to all devices on the specific network. And here is an example of the broadcast. One device is sending the traffic to all devices, even if this guy says that I don't want to receive this packet, that's no problem. Packet is sent to this guy too as well. And the last message type is multicast. Multicast identifies logical groups of networking devices, and a single message can send be to the group. Here you can define a multicast group, for example, this guy and this guy, and you just send the packets to all these subscribers, and as you can see from the picture, the packet is not sent to this guy this time, and he says that do not disturb, thanks. And here is the well-known multicast addresses. As you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 well-known multicast addresses. For example, if you want to send a packet to all OSPF routers in the network, you can send the packet to 0.5. And if you want to send the packet to all designated routers in the network, you can send the packet to 0.6. And here is the IP version 6 address types. And the first thing we're going to take a look to is Anycast. In Anycast, a packet is delivered to the nearest of multiple interfaces in terms of routing distance. As you know that we don't have Anycast address type in IP version 4. The second thing we're going to focus on is the global unicast. IP version 6 unicast global addresses are similar to IP version 4 public addresses. As you know, for example, that was this one is a IPv4 public address, as you know, for example, and IP version 6 global unicast address is similar to IPv4 public address logic. And as you can understand, global addresses are globally routable. And third, let's take a look to the IP version 6 link local. These addresses are similar to IPv4 APIPA addresses used by the computers running Microsoft Windows. Hosts on the same link use these automatically configured addresses to communicate with each other. And the third thing we're going to focus on is the loopback. The IP version 6 unicast loopback address is the equivalent to the IPv4 loopback address, which is 127.0.0.1. The IP version 6 unicast unspecified address is equivalent to the IPv4 unspecified address of 00 and 00. And unique local is used for the local addressing, and embedded IPv4 helps to migrate to IP version 6. And let's take a look to the ICMP version 6 neighbor discovery. We have a few message types in here, and the first one is the router solicitation, and the second is the router advertisement. For example, if a host needs an IP version 6 IP address configuration, that sends a router solicitation message which includes this message. Hey router, I need IP version 6 configuration. Okay. This message is forwarded to the router, and router can reply to this message with 3 different options. and these options are known as the router advertisement. The first option is select only. The router can offer the IP prefix length and with the gateway addresses. The second option is select and DHCP version 6. In this option, router gives the IP prefix length and gateway address and tells the client that ask for DHCP version 6 server for the DNS and domain names. And the third option is the DHCP version 6, and in this response router says that I'm sorry buddy, ask everything to the DHCP version 6 server. And in addition to the router solicitation and the router advertisement message, we have neighbor solicitation message. And neighbor solicitation message is the message that is sent to the multicast address of a neighbor whose MAC address is unknown when a device knows the IP version 6 address. And that is similar to the IP version 4 ARP. And we have neighbor advertisement message. A neighbor advertisement message is usually sent by a device in response to the solicitation message. And lastly, we have redirect message, and it has similar functionality as in IPv4 and used to notify the router that it is a next hop closer to the destination. And lastly, we're going to talk about the network types. We have 3 network types, as you can see, and they are point-to-point, broadcast multiple access, and non-broadcast multiple access, and which is known as the MBMA. Point-to-point is a network that is connecting 2 routers each other. Broadcast multiple access is a network that can connect multiple routers with the availability of the broadcasting. And MBMA is the last thing that we're going to focus. MBMA can connect many routers, but it does not have broadcast capability. If the sender wants to send the packet to all routers, it has to send out and send the individual packet copies. Frame relay and X25 are the examples of the non-broadcast multiple access.